box? Yeah. Yes, Sonal, yeah.
Yeah, so my question is, when we are putting our data to make any sample or a kind of the dummy data if I want, and I already have few sheets, so can I put it there on the platform, and if there will be any threat to, in terms of the data that is being put?
It's a dummy data, then there should be no threat, right?
So dummy data, like my organization data only, and kind of a sample I just want to create. So if I am putting it on the platform, how safe it is?
It is not safe. That's what I told you. It is not safe, especially in unpaid versions. It is not safe. So one thing that your organization could do is go in for that enterprise version or a paid version. Not very expensive. Yeah, go ahead
Okay.
and
Okay.
yeah. So
Mhm.
you could encourage your organization to go in for the paid versions. Then at
Okay.
that
Yeah.
point, your data is safer. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other
Ma'am,
question?
ma'am, you had asked, you had trained us like for that surveys
Hmm.
for employee engagement. But what if we have a small organization, like say if
Hmm.
there is an employee of just 15,
Hmm.
then what all can be done for employee engagement for the motivation of these employees?
Hmm.
Can you
Beyond
just
surveys. Beyond survey, is it?
yeah, because 15 is just मतलब वो तो in face to face interaction या one to one interaction से ही हो जाएगा. Survey is not going to take.
So see here, this is where AI need not help you. You don't need AI. Up to 15 log ho, you can have fun Fridays. There are so many activities which are cheap, free. In fact, every month you can go in for these free activities, right?
So
Again, these activities you can ask your chat GPT, and
AI.
let me tell you, it will come up with some amazing answers.
Okay,
आप
great,
कोशिश करके देख लो हाँ.
great.
And don't forget to tell that you are 15 people. Okay. And
Yes,
budget भी बोल दो minimum budget, shoestring budget, and it will help you. Okay. See, these are all
great.
realistic issues. ना ये है. This is HR always has issues of budget.
Yes,
That
definitely.
is there. That is there. Any other question?
Ma'am, can we just have your link for the Insta and Facebook to follow, please? If you could share that on the chat.
I'm not on Insta. I'm not on Facebook, but I'm
Oh,
on LinkedIn. Yeah,
oh,
Insta we have just started, but that is for Posh specifically. See, our clientele is not B2C, it is B2B. But
okay.
we are working on our social media presence. See, social media is a different ball game, and let me tell you, it is an exhausting ball game. So,
I true. See, Porsche, if you are there for Insta, Porsche is one of the major criteria of today's
yeah.
world. If you could just help us with giving your LinkedIn and the Porsche this link,
Yeah,
and just
LinkedIn,
follow.
I'll just share. LinkedIn, I'll just share immediately. Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah.
Sure. And the one which you said for Porsche also, no, you are in an Insta.
Yeah, yeah,
If you
yeah.
could do that also.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. In fact,
Pallavi, I just
join our WhatsApp group, and I'll be sharing everything there. Yeah.
Pallavi, I just have one thing to say. This is a
Hmm.
little off from the HR thing.
Hmm.
Like, the with the pace at which AI is actually growing now.
Hmm.
So I just feel like rather than being only an HR professional, the future Gen Z or whatever is coming back, they would be like these AI, administrators or AI journalists. So the only job that people can see across organizations would be of AI generalists rather than of individual people having specialization in one particular domain, which I
हो
feel.
सकता है. There is a possibility. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
There could also be AI influencers, AI HR influencers. All new jobs coming up. See, whoever thought that YouTube influencers are going to make millions of dollars? हमने कभी सोचा था क्या? 10 साल पहले नहीं सोचा था ना. So yeah, this could be the new trend. Definitely, there's a possibility. But one thing I know is the number of jobs are going to reduce. That though you cannot run away from. Yeah, that is a fact. तो वो तो उसका कोई इलाज नहीं है. उसका कुछ भी नहीं हम लोग कर सकते. We have to just keep up with the world. I don't even know how our children are going to cope. Life is
Prob-
not going to be easy for them.
Probably now when we have HR departments, that time
Hmm.
I think so there'll be only one person handling all the various sectors and the influence of the HR. Recruitment भी वही देखेगा, engagement भी वही देखेगा, सब कुछ वही देखा with the help of AI. That's how.
पॉसिबिलिटी बहुत ज्यादा है ये चीज का होने का. आई एग्री विद दैट. सब कुछ वही देखेगा. In fact, I'll tell you, there was this. I'll just share this story with you. There was this. I had put up this AI in HR, and there was this session, in-person session, which was there at TISA, Thane Small Scale Industrial Association. This was a few months back, and there were a couple of organizations where the number of HR were only 6. And they were asking me, मैडम AI in HR हमको हमारे कंपनी में करना है. मैंने उनको बोला, तुमको क्यों करना है, मत करो. क्या, कोई जरूरत नहीं है, अपने पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी क्यों मार रहे हो, हैं? so so they were like, then I had to explain to them, भाई ऐसा ऐसा है. तो they were like, हाँ हाँ हाँ, अब ठीक है, ये हमको आना चाहिए, लेकिन अगर 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 सबको ही ज्यादा डिटेल से पता चल गया, तो फिर मे बी इट्स नॉट सच अ गुड आइडिया. एटलीस्ट लेट अस एंजॉय आवर जॉब फॉर नेक्स्ट फ्यू इयर्स, है कि नहीं? तो वो भी है. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
मैडम आईआर इशू कैसे हैंडल करेगा?
क्या क्या क्या? इफ यू कुड जस्ट रिपीट.
आईआर इशू एम्प्लॉय
हाँ, आईआर इश्यू कैसे हैंडल करेगा? आईआर भी एक एकदम अलग टॉपिक है, और उसमें तो फैक्ट्री वैक्ट्री सब आता है बाय एंड लार्ज. तो
हाँ राइट.
उसमें उसमें तो देखो, उसमें एआई थोड़ा कम ही है. ओके.
हाँ राइट.
तो दैट इज अ गुड पार्ट, है ना? गुड ना? गुड न्यूज.
हाँ यस.
Compliance,
I'm
IR
looking for
compliance will
HR.
be totally handled by AI,
हाँ
but
हाँ.
other real challenges are there with the union and all that. For that,
You
person
need
is
people.
required.
You need people.
Otherwise,
100%. Yeah.
IR compliance totally you can
Hmm.
manage with the AI.
Yeah, you can. But beyond that, as I said, here, this is where people skills are extremely important. In fact, maybe the next 7, 8, 10 years, there could be probably be union of AI workers. Robot का union होगा, क्या करेंगे?
Hey, Bhagwan. AI workers.
Acha, I'll just share one story here with you all. See, there are dark factories in China. Are you aware of them?
No.
Yes,
हाँ.
yes.
Yes. तो क्या होता है dark factories? There are these factories which work 24 hours completely, no lights. Because who are the workers there? Robots. Yeah. So one very, very scary scenario this is, especially for countries like India. See, we have good amount of people. We don't need such kind of scenarios unfolding, right? So this is just, I would suggest that this is just the greed. See, profit, kitna profit? At what? I mean, what is it that you are gaining? All said and done, there are 8 billion people. लोगों के पास jobs भी तो होना चाहिए ना. खाएंगे पिएंगे क्या? करेंगे क्या?
Actually, that is
हाँ.
where Pallavi, the,
Hmm.
the question arises, many
Hmm.
European countries
Hmm.
like Denmark and all of these other countries,
Hmm.
they have actually stopped the implementation of AI to quite an extent because they don't want the people to go jobless.
Huh. They hardly anyway. See, they also have, but let me tell you, these are the people who had started it in the first place. I remember 10 years back when we had gone to Vienna airport. This is the first time that we, came across that QR code scanning and doing things. तभी India में नहीं था, and we were all very flustered. ये कैसे करना है, कैसे करना है? There was no human to help us. Everything was QR code based, and everything was automated. All the check-in. So we were not happy with it. In fact, even now, when I get a chatbot to talk to me, I get annoyed. I'm like, अरे मुझे क्वेश्चन है, मुझे ये चैटबॉट को 4 क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछना है, मुझे वो स्टैंडर्ड आंसर देगा. See, that is how it is, right? It gives
Even
standard
in
answers.
banks also ना, when you
Yeah.
when you call on their ICR, वो 2 मिनट 3 मिनट आपका वेस्ट होता है to speak to that robot, and then उसके बाद अगर वो query आंसर नहीं करता तो फिर वो आपको actual बंदे के पास भेजता है.
मुझे तो देखो, but then maybe younger people may not be having that kind of issue. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe being of a certain age, I have this bias against these bots. But I do get bit annoyed after a while. That much I know. छोटे
Ma'am,
छोटा
what
चीज के लिए ठीक है.
Ma'am, what Tripti said right now, these
हम्म.
IRs have fixed questions. Now,
हम्म.
sometimes you want a query which is beyond those 4 questions. But
हम्म.
even if you type them, they are not going to answer. You have to select those four and then
Yeah.
only. So the
Yeah.
problem is not solved here.
Yeah, but then see, these are all things which have been happening for last 2, 3 years. So
Yeah.
now, with every passing day, they are tweaking it, and it is getting better and better and better. And after a while, maybe after a year or so, you will probably not be able to figure out that it is a chatbot talking to you.
But don't you feel, ma'am, AI is getting used so many widely to so many places. It is going to be monetized, and many a times it will give, repetitive answers for the same questions. But being human, you have creativity in your imaginary minds. मतलब आज आप कुछ और सोचोगे वही क्वेश्चन के लिए मैं कुछ और सोचूंगी. The
बिल्कुल
mind will be different. But
बिल्कुल.
AI is having one mind and it's going to think only through one sense or one mind.
So Kinnari, that is what you're thinking now. So but then
No, no.
understand.
Actually, ऐसा नहीं नहीं. It is like कि people will train AI like if just we are saying कि we are three people are training AI like that. So he has
Yeah.
three minds.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
So it's the other
All
side.
have
It
questions
has
and
it has millions of minds, in fact.
yeah, it will have different question. But probably Tripti will ask a different question, but I will ask a different question. But yes, AI is definitely taking over the world. But sometimes I feel even human creativity will get lost because of AI.
It
वो
is
सोचने
already it is
के
already
वो
Already,
getting
I think so it's
lost.
already gone. I think that
Yeah,
there's no
already.
creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Almost
yeah.
90% people don't even apply their brain. Whenever I
yeah
speak to somebody, even on a junior level, like an intern, they're like so full of themselves. You know what? अब तो AI आ गया है, हम आपके लेवल पे आराम से एक्सेल कर जाएंगे.
Ha
मैंने
ha.
कहा जो जो
I know.
जो पीपल एंगेजमेंट स्किल होता है एंड
Uh,
जो एक पर्सनालिटी एंड ऑरा होता है,
correct.
आप किसी का छीन नहीं सकते हो. एआई impersonate जितना भी कर ले, बट दैट ह्यूमन टच इज समथिंग दैट ऑलवेज हैज टू बी देयर.
I
एआई
agree.
भी जो आते हैं उनकी फोटोज इतनी फेक लगती हैं मुझे.
I agree. I agree. अभी
नहीं
अभी
नहीं.
uh, uh, हाँ
Same thing.
तृप्ति.
I just wanted to share a story. कि
हाँ.
जैसे मेरे employees, मेरे I have a trainee of batch of software developer. There they do the AI coding and everything. But when we ask them to do the logic thing. So there is
Hmm.
nothing. They
Hmm.
don't know the base of the logic, base of the coding they have used. So
Hmm.
like in a year they will like need to be change their jobs
Hmm.
because they don't know what is the basic of doing that coding thing.
Correct, correct. I mean, GitHub can do only so much. See, there are organizations which were initially very skeptical about this Copilot. ये जो GitHub, especially, this coding के लिए they were very skeptical, and they have gone ahead. I'll tell you यहाँ पे क्या होता है. Humans जब होते हैं coding में, ये जो repetitive और routine coding जो होता है, उसमें you don't need special brains to be applied. But when humans are there, they may not document things properly. They, again, as I said, Tripti will think something else, Swapnali will think something else, Shweta will think something else, Pallavi will think something else. And maybe Tripti will do very elegant coding. Shweta might do very complicated coding. Answer same ही आएगा. And Kindani might do very convoluted trading, coding, but तेरा answer same ही आएगा. But then chat gpt or this github will give you a very elegant simple short answer. So ये जो चीज है that we can use. But then as you said, people the new joinees, the young people need to apply their minds, which they are not doing right now, especially the this last 3-4 years. The brains have the application of brain has reduced, and added to that there is an issue of this constant Instagram and the reels and the YouTube reels.
Yeah.
अटेंशन स्पैन्स एकदम कम हो गया है, तो फुल टाइम वो लोग अपने अलग ही दुनिया में रहते हैं ऑन रील्स. आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज देयर सो स्पेशल. 24 घंटा आपको उसमें क्या इतना अट्रैक्टिव और इंटरेस्टिंग. नो रीडिंग बुक्स, नथिंग, कुछ नहीं. सो वो क्या हो रहा है कि वो लोग खुद ही अपने शेर के मुंह में अपना सर डाल रहे हैं. दे थिंकिंग दे आर टू स्मार्ट. हाँ, और बोल रहे हैं फिर हाँ 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 देखो हमने तो शेर को उल्लू बना दिया. अभी शेर तेरे को खाने वाला है और तेरे को कुछ आता जाता है नहीं है.
Correct, correct.
So, तो ये फैक्ट है. ये उनको कौन समझाए. वो इंस्टाग्राम के यार यूट्यूब के शॉर्ट से निकलो तो आप उनको समझाओ. हाँ?
मतलब ये ऐसा हो गया ना मैम, मतलब AI is leaving all emotions away. People have
This,
become more of robotics than emotions.
What I feel is strongly the behavior and the attitude of people have changed because of this AI thing coming in. I don't find them very emotional. I don't find them very, the kids,
it's not
the
just
young.
AI, Sarika. It is more than AI. It is the social media. It is the
It's exactly
YouTube.
the social media, and I think so that's become a big threat rather than
Big threat, big threat, big threat.
it's a big threat, and I don't know how to get rid of this, especially for the kids.
De-addiction is there, no? Now there are de-addiction programs just for social media. There are schools are now doing de-addiction programs, not just for the students, also for the parents. देखो बच्चे
Yeah,
कहाँ से सीखते हैं? जब वो देख
yeah,
रहे हैं कि मम्मी डैडी फुल टाइम या तो लिंक्डइन पे है या तो इंस्टा पे तो बहुत ही होते हैं मम्मी डैडी।
correct.
फुल टाइम अगर 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 बच्चे देख रहे हैं कि मम्मी डैडी ऐसे है, बच्चा रो दिया, आपने फोन दे दिया, उसके हाथ में थमा दिया, तो ये हम हमारा तरफ से ये शॉर्टकट है, बट बच्चे के लिए तो लत लग रही है ना। एट अ वेरी यंग एज दे आर गेटिंग एडिक्टेड टू।
Absolutely,
या
absolutely.
या
Yeah.
It is
And that
as
I
it is
find that
as
very worrying actually.
it is
Very,
worrying,
very
it is
worrying.
worrying, it is 100% worrying। थोड़ा worrying नहीं है ये, बहुत worrying है।
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it is also affecting older generation, even people like us. When I see people of my generation, people in 40s, 50s, also getting so badly hooked to the phones, that is
40,
definitely cause
50
for
is
concern.
okay. I think so. Even the senior citizens, like, in
Ah,
the 80s,
mm,
they are all on the Instagram. I mean, you just see them. I mean, people, a lot of people, they don't know how to operate, but those who know, they are
mm,
all on the reels only.
absolutely, I
And
agree.
you know what
Mm.
I find? A lot of time the information provided on the reels is not correct. It's wrong.
Wrong and utterly useless by and large. You have, see, there is something called as doom scrolling. We don't
Yeah.
realize that, but when we say, suppose you go to YouTube, and if you just see on the side, it will go on and on and on and on. That is doom scrolling. And the person who has put in that doom scroller has come out that there are his interviews, and he feels he is very sorry that he has put in that doom scroller. He has left the company.
Huh.
He's like, I'm sorry about this. I apologize. Too late.
it is simple, ma'am. ये जैसे कि coin के दो side है, the pros and cons. It has every coin has both sides.
Yeah,
Similarly,
yeah, yeah,
social
yeah.
media is both sides. It's giving you benefits. It's also giving
Yes, yes,
taking.
yes. I
So it's
agree.
give and take. It's pure give and take.
Absolutely. It is all dependent on us as human beings, how much leverage you're going to give these this platforms, AI, be it social media, how much time you invest in them. Why don't you invest the same time in walking? Nobody's stopping you, right? Or doing exercise. Nobody's stopping you. लेकिन नहीं, तो इसका अभी क्या इलाज हो सकता है मुझे बताओ। कोई इलाज नहीं है। It'll come. Okay. Any
It
other
was a very
questions?
lovely session, Pallavi. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for taking it for us.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other feedback? I would love to hear the feedback.
My one question is,
Uh,
with the AI thing, I see a lot of times, once we just download the AI tool and all those things, once or twice we use, and then it becomes a paid version. You have to pay for these versions, and I think this for all the tools is like that.
yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, imagine the amount of effort that AI app, that startup has put in. They also have to pay salaries, no?
Yeah. So
Then
I mean, yeah, but then eventually it becomes a paid tool, I think.
it has to become a paid tool. Paid tool तो होगा ही होगा.
सारिका
Free.
it's giving you an addiction. आओ मुझे देखो, अब पसंद आ गया ना, अभी आके चलो।
हाँ बस
अगर आप
exactly.
पे करोगे तो आपको मेरे और से ज्यादा मिलेगा, नहीं तो फिर टाटा बाय बाय।
बराबर
पहले
है.
पहले
बराबर है.
मैग्नेट के जैसा आपको खींचेगा वो विद फ्री टूल, एंड देन ऑब्वियसली टू गेट डीपर यू हैव टू पे।
Yeah.
Correct. एकदम on the point, Kinnari.
So there's something called as Coursive also, which is doing a lot of courses on AI tools,
Yeah.
28 days things and all those things.
Mm. Yeah. There are many. In fact, there are many apps which are doing it. So there, what the apps that I mentioned are which are used throughout the world. Like
Yeah.
Synthesia is there, InVideo is there, HireView is there, Pymetrics. They are throughout the world.
So
There
now
are a lot of
it's
Indian
going to get
versions.
so confusing that which
Yeah.
tool to use for what actually.
See, use the
सारिका, but
tools.
AI will answer you.
I know. That is what I was going to tell her.
I know. So you know what you have to go. I just want you all to go and on your chat GTP, just put your name and just ask who am I and give your introduction and then see the answer. It's so funny actually.
I have not done this. Okay, that is a food for thought, Sarika. I think
That is
I'll
what
do
you have
it.
to do. That is all because that is how it happens. Is the kind of questions you ask, the tool and all those things that chat GTP. Just do it. It's really fun to do that.
Yeah, maybe we should all do this activity and see how it perceives us.
Yeah,
है
yeah.
ना? हाँ. चलो. Any other questions?
No,
AI
ma'am, it was
related.
a wonderful session. Matlab, it was
Thank you.
more than professional. It was a very touchy and one-to-one session from you, which was really nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I would just tell you, since last 1 week, I have taken a break and trying to understand AI, and I have attended like 5 to 6 sessions in different industry and different kind of things.
Mm.
I would really be happy to say that this is one session which was just for 1 hour, but it's really touched my heart because more than professional, it became one-to-one touch. Matlab, as if some parent is teaching you, it became like that, and I
Oh
really
wow.
loved it.
Oh wow. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
Kinnari. Thank you so much. It really,
Will
you
not
know,
believe I had attended a
yeah.
session which was for 17, 19 hours in 3 days.
Wow. So
I did
hats
it.
off to you. Hats off to you.
2 days, 16 hours, and the third day it was a 3 hour session. It gave me really good idea of AI. But
Yeah.
yes, obviously there were thousands of people attending that session. Seeing here, no doubt we had less of participants, but yes, it was like a parent kid learning session.
Too many
Very
people
nice.
also spoil the broth. You need to have
Yeah.
an intimate group wherein you can actually talk, discuss. Yeah. So discussion I feel is very important. Otherwise, so that's why the questions. I'm very happy when questions come. And also very happy when people share their perspective because see everybody has their own AI journey, and obviously you are on a very exciting AI journey for last whole week. If you are on AI, you must be I don't know
Trust me,
till here.
I just read about AI. I said, "Chalo, let's fall into the sea of this." And
Okay.
as I told right now to the Sarika Trupti, like magnet, it is just speechifying me to understand that और क्या कर सकते हैं और क्या कर सकते हैं नहीं
और
Okay,
कुछ और
okay.
कुछ
I
नहीं कर
have
सकते हैं.
another question or another thing
Yes,
to
Sarika.
ask. Pallavi. When you have just showed us these videos and all those things, when we generate, most of the times these are so the language is so foreign language. The so why is there any possibility of getting an Indian language for our AI tools and
Yeah,
all?
yeah, yeah. They are there, but they are all paid tools. See, there are tools which will make your accent Indianized. There will be an avatar which is an Indian avatar. Yeah. So there
Okay, so
are
even with
there are
with
there.
the
Yeah,
paid tool we can do that.
yeah.
Okay,
Synthesia will let you do that. Yeah.
sorry to prompt you sorry
Mm,
to interrupt you, sorry, Sarika, when you're writing your prompt you can
mm.
just mention with Indian
Indian context. Yeah, वो भी
Indian
okay.
डाल सकते हो.
or
Okay,
with
let
an
me just
Indian
check
accent.
that. Let me, because you know what, my social media team keeps making all those videos and all those things. So many a times, even the in the person is also the foreigner and all, and we keep
हाँ.
telling them, please
So,
replace them with
so
an Indian face.
mention in your prompt what you want. मतलब जितना crisp आपका prompt रहेगा उतना actual चीज आपको मिलेगा.
Correct.
ये
हाँ.
शायद मेरा
That.
1 हफ्ते का knowledge का answer है जिसके से I am able to answer
Maybe
your
I need to get in touch with you. Yeah.
नहीं नहीं see we are having these sessions और ये हर हफ्ते every Sunday we're going to have a session on AI. So next session is for sales. उसका next session is
Okay.
going to be on prompt GPT. Sorry, prompt engineering, and the next session is going to be on digital marketing. So Sarika, maybe
I
your
need to
answer will be
attend
there.
prompt engineering तो करना ही पड़ेगा यार.
हाँ,
Please,
prompt
That.
engineering
ma'am,
करो.
prompt engineering का बताना ना link.
अरे वो आएगा वो next to next. Why don't you join the WhatsApp group? See, there is a
Yeah.
link in the
I
chat.
have just I
Pallavi, ये जो sales वाला session है, that is for HR, so that is for salesperson.
Everyone, see, आप
Okay.
HR में हो तो क्या आप sales से परे है क्या?
Of course,
हाँ,
there is a
so
sales in everything.
yeah,
So
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel is, we all, I mean, I'm an HR person, a thorough HR person, but then in case if I want to be an entrepreneur, if I'm thinking of starting something of my own, I need to know everything of sales.
Absolutely.
So I think this is the time that we start learning about sales as well.
Yeah, and tomorrow future is all going to be about your networking skills, about your
Yeah,
personal branding. So all these things you'll be greatly aided by this AI and digital marketing. So again, that session is also going to be there next week, and we are going to keep on having amazing sessions on AI every Sunday. They are going to be free. Okay. Kindly join the group, and you can all be knowing when the sessions are going to be there, and all industry professionals with great amount of like for example, Deepika is somebody who is already having huge amount of experience. Yeah, she's ex RCOM, ex KPMG. So we have such kind of people. We had Vinod Nair, who was ex Bombay Stock Exchange. Yeah. So we have people who are, really at the we have top line people all ready to help you. So you can just, keep on attending our session, which are going to be there every Sunday. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the links are there in the chat box. I will keep them on for a couple of minutes. And thank you so much for being there. Yeah. A Sunday well spent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Lest we forget. And a copy of this will be available on YouTube the end of the week. So I presume that you people are not using at all. I mean, no answers in the chat box.
No, everybody is answering.
Acha, how come I am not? Acha, they are. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes. People are. Oh, Suno for music. Very interesting. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini for deep learning, superb. Copilot, ChatGPT, Meta AI, basic ones. Basic ones are the best. Very commonly used, and as a result, they are learning very fast. Meta, Gemini. Oh, Gemini is very well loved. I can see that. Content development and financial analysis, Gamma for presentation, superb. I've just started learning and exploiting and exploring just few days ago. Okay, I'm using ChatGPT. Wow. ChatGPT for everything. Great. Sarika, that does actually ChatGPT is like a smart dashboard of everything. You essentially are able to do a whole lot of things on ChatGPT itself. One of my favorite tools too.
I see nobody uses Grok. Why so?
Huh, I know it is a little unusual. Yeah, Grok is a new entrant, yes.
But it is really, it gives you very thorough answers, very descriptive.
It does that, Vartika, but I don't know, maybe I'm a bit biased, probably. But I have been working on my ChatGPT for last 2 years, and obviously it knows me better. And what I have observed with Grok is that, of course, it gives very thorough answers. they're just too long sometimes, and sometimes too descriptive. And also, another thing that I've observed with Grok is that it may not be what I want, and somehow my my tone, etc., is far more easier to achieve in ChatGPT. But maybe that is because it's been learning with me. So that could be. So if we work, Grok is very new by and large. So maybe if we keep on using it,
Grok is, I think, more
yeah.
for educational purposes, like if you want to write the UPSC mains answers.
Oh my. Okay, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, AI in education is another field. AI in L&D is another field altogether. Okay. So people are using ChatGPT for various purposes. Okay. Kinnari wants to know the name. It is Grok, Grok. I have shared it in the chat box.
Grok's image generation is really pathetic. I do not like it.
No, actually, I like it, but okay. See, here again, we are being subjective here, right? So, and it does it really fast. I think it is a little bit faster than ChatGPT when it comes to image
Fast,
generation.
but it does not
Yeah.
understand the prompts very well. I
Ha,
think
yeah.
if you
I
prompt
agree.
ChatGPT, it
I
will give.
agree. I absolutely agree. So
Yeah.
let's start. It's 11:06 now. Yeah. And people will keep on joining.
Okay, so good morning, everyone, and I hope everyone is doing well. So for those who don't know me, I'm Vartika, part of Curious Catalyst, and I'll be your host for today's session. Today, we're honored to have with us Ms. Pallavi Sankhe. She's the founder of Curious Catalyst. And Pallavi is not just an AI enabler, but also a renowned keynote speaker who has shared her insights on some of the most prestigious platforms, including the AI Congress and the World HRD Congress. With a strong foundation in engineering and MBA in finance, she brings both technical expertise and business wisdom on the table. Now, we all know the topic for today is smarter HR and generative AI. So generative AI is now already reshaping the way we hire, onboard, train, engage employees. So in this session, Pallavi will walk us through that generative AI really means for an HR. Practical applications and tools we can use right away, and most importantly, how to balance technology with human touch. By the end, you'll leave with insights and takeaways you can start applying in your own works. So Pallavi, I urge you to start this info-packed session.
Thank you so much, Vartika. Acha, I would also like to inform you all that there will be AI toolkit for HR people, and the link is shared in the chat box. Also, we have a WhatsApp group for AI, newly started. If you want to join, kindly the link is again given in the chat box. Beyond that, there's also going to be a session. The next session is going to be Deepika Yadav session on AI for sales. And the link for registration is also given in the chat box. Yeah. So having said that, yes, let us get going. So let me share the screen. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So welcome, I welcome all to this session on generative AI in HR. I have already been introduced by Vartika, so I will not, take any more of your time. We really don't have that kind of time. It's only going to be a session for around, an hour or so. And we'll also be question answer session. So what is it that we're going to learn today? We'll get to know AI and generative AI in the shortest amount of time possible. I presume that most of you already have a fair grasp on at least some tools of AI. Yeah. We're going to know how is it that generative AI is shaping HR? What are various apps and tools which are available? Now here I would like to give a disclaimer that though I'll be sharing these apps, etc., I do not sell them, I do not develop them, I do not make them, I do not have any connections with them. These are just apps which are commonly used in the world of AI in HR, and I'm just sharing them with you. Also, maybe some advantages and disadvantages of using AI especially when it comes to not just HR but general disclaimers, as in how is it that you should actually be using AI ethically. We've been talking about it in all our earlier sessions. We had an earlier session on everyday business productivity. We again talked about the ethics of using AI properly. Before that, we had a session by Vinod Nair also on AI in finance. There also we talked about how is it that AI can be used responsibly. So usage, yes, but indiscriminate usage, no. Okay. Now moving on. See, I know that there is I do talk to a lot of people in events. I go and meet plenty of HR people, and I know there's this fear at the back of your minds that AI is going to replace me. If there's a team of say 10 people in a company, it'll most probably it's going to become 2 people team. So I'm not saying that all the fears are unfounded. No, I really can't make such statements. Some fears are 100% true. But at the same time, just understand that AI will not replace you, but you might be get replaced by somebody who knows AI better than you, or somebody who's a good user of AI, who knows the knack of using all these tools. That fear definitely is there. Yeah, but if you know how to use it responsibly, properly, I would say I can safely say that you're fairly safe, at least for some time, because as I said, nobody can guarantee jobs nowadays, especially with advent of AI. So what is AI? See, we use ChatGPT. We use some of us use Grok, some of us use Llama, some of us use Gemini. And how we think of AI is that it is something I put in some questions and it just gives me answers that mostly I want, and I am able to save my time. So AI, or I can you can call it Krutrim Buddhimatta. It has been up there from 1950s, yeah, and it was in different stages, and it is now in last 10 years that we are actually seeing AI in its full glory. But it has been there for quite some time, just in different avatars. So when Alexa came, we did not think of it as AI. When Siri came, we did not think of it as AI. Yeah, when we got AI to navigate how we go, where we go, Google Maps, we did not think of it as AI. And now it is such an important part of our lives. And how is it that we will not go into technicalities, obviously, because that will take a lot of time. But generally, AI can be narrowly be defined into 3 ways. One is narrow AI. Second is the AI that we know, the generative AI, the AI that we are using it for. We give in prompts and we get great answers. Yeah, it creates something new. Narrow AI is not able to do it. For example, you have Alexa. It is able to do only certain functions. Siri is able to do only certain functions. Google Maps is able to do only certain functions. The scope of work is narrow. And as a result, they are narrow AI. Generative AI scope is, or LLMs, they're all based on LLMs or large language models. And the scope is definitely way more better. And of course, the usage is far more wider. And then beyond that, also, we have a superhuman AI, or actually human-like AI, wherein, and it seems it is almost already there, where the AI will start thinking like us. See, right now, what the AI that we see, it does not think like us. Yeah, it is able to help us. But then there is something coming up. Maybe it could be as early as next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I do not know. But all the movies that you've been watching about AI taking over or AI, controlling our lives, I hope it doesn't come to that, but that may just come true. Yeah, if that branch of AI gets developed very fast. So let us just take a look at what is generative AI. So as I said, generative AI is based on large language models. Now, how is it that these large language models work? See, large language models study a lot of material. How is it that they study that material? They're given a lot of inputs. For example, this latest thing, Grok, that Vartika mentioned, yeah, that Grok has been trained on supercomputers. Then you have DeepSeek, which is a Chinese AI that has been trained using open models. It is much cheaper than ChatGPT or Grok. It has, it is AI on shoestring budget. So what is it that these LLMs do? They study huge amounts of material. I mean, we can't even comprehend the kind of material. What we will probably know, millions of people will be able to do in their lifetimes. It is studying in 1 month time. That is the speed at which they can consume the material which is available online. They know all the books that have been written. ChatGPT know entire Shakespeare, all the literature which has been written till date and which is available on internet. It knows it. So to these large language models, or generative AI, as we call it, we need to give it an input. Input could be in a form of question. It is called as a prompt. We'll see it very quickly. And then the answers could be in the form of, music, it could be audio, it could be, video, it could be text, it could be a picture, which is what, say, suppose you have Gemini. So Gemini can give you text, it can give you pictures maybe, yeah. You have Synthesia. Synthesia can output videos. Now ChatGPT is able to do most of these things, right? So, and what are these, usually very commonly used AIs, apps that we are using? So you have ChatGPT, again, the boss of them all. You have GitHub Copilot in the MS Teams ecosystem, and otherwise also. You have Bard, which has now been, named as Gemini. As Bard, it was not popular, but as Gemini, definitely it seems to have taken off. You have Claude AI, again, great for people who are doing research. If you're going to, and if you're looking at it more deeply. Perplexity for the same purpose. Perplexity, in fact, is catching up extremely fast, doing really well. You have Synthesia giving great video outputs. You have InVideo, and you have Duet AI, which nowadays is not used much. DALL-E has been subsumed by ChatGPT. It was a part, but now I think it is called as Sora. Yeah. So various things keep on happening. In fact, if I had the same session after 2 months, I'm sure this picture would have changed drastically. Yeah. This is the speed at which the ecosystem is changing. And then what is prompt engineering? See, if there are any questions, go ahead and ask. I'll be taking care of them at the end of the session, but don't keep them to yourselves. Okay. Of course, I'm just talking about very generic things right now. I'll be diving into AI for HR very shortly. It's just that we keep on getting these questions. What is Gemini? What is prompt engineering? I thought might as well take care of it. Yeah. What is prompt engineering? So prompt engineering is very simple. You put in your question to whatever app that you're using, say ChatGPT, say Gemini, and you get the AI gives you a response. Yeah. So again, there's a famous saying when it comes to prompt engineering: garbage in, garbage out. Simple सी बात है. आप कचरा डालो, कचरा मिलेगा. So there is this huge, complete science of making good prompts called as prompt engineering. And we are going to have a session on it next month. How is it that you're supposed to design your prompts? There's actually a science of it. But as of now, just understand, you put in a question and you get an answer from your LLM, whatever that you're using, and that is what is a prompt. Yeah. A simple example in HR context could be that, you say you are a senior HR manager and generate 5 competency-based interview questions to test adaptability in senior executives. It could be as simple as that. So now let's dive into what is it that AI? How is it that AI brings value to HR? But before that, of course, what is HR? See, there are many videos on the internet mocking HR. If you go to any event and if you ask HR kya karta hai, HR kya karta hai, let me know. I would like to know from you all, HR kya karta hai? And you could unmute yourself and answer. What is it that HR does?
Whatever you've written over here, we do all of that.
Yeah, and beyond that?
Beyond that, we have to basically just be somebody who is empathetic. Empathy and emotional quotient is the most important thing.
Yes.
Anywhere, anything that we're doing has to be backed with EQ. Otherwise, we are not efficient HR professionals.
Absolutely, Shweta. Shweta, that's a super good answer. So
Yeah.
100% AI, HR does not make rangolis. Of course, that might be a very small part of it. And rangoli does add a lot of color to your life. So trivializing HR, saying that HR to kuch karta hi nahi hai. They just hinder our lives rather than make it simpler. This comes from people who actually don't know, they're not aware of how much HR brings value to the organization. I would go to this extent and say, no HR, no organization. Yeah, would you agree with me or not? Show of hands.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. So what is it? So as Shweta said, there's recruitment, there's onboarding, there's training, but there's performance, there's engagement, there's payroll, there's compliance. And let me tell you, each of these functions is like one totally different department in itself. That is the extent of the amount of the work that gets done by HR. If you look at recruitment, how big is recruitment? It's huge, isn't it? Imagine Infosys with around 2 lakh people working for it. Imagine the effort which goes into recruitment by organizations like this. Or imagine even a small organization, you're 100 people company. Getting good people onto that company itself is a humongous task nowadays. Not so easy. See, people say that, yeah, we are we are crores of people. But to sift through crores of people and to get the right fit, that's a job in itself. Training, L&D departments are totally separate. There's performance analysis, performance management, there's engagement, payroll, compliance, and now there's diversity. And beyond that, before that, there was HR analytics, right? As you all know, data is a new oil, and data in HR is something which is very hot, because people have understood, organizations have understood that the HR data is going to drive the organizations. It can actually make and break the organizations. So how to analyze that data, and how is it that AI is going to make your life easier? Right now, of course, there are various ways of doing HR analytics, but more about it a little later. Yeah. So let us look at how is it that it is impacting recruitment. So number one here is obviously resume screening. Achha, see, once upon a time, when I just came into workforce, we used to have these ads in the newspapers. That is how we used to find jobs. That was then. And then when it was late 1990s and early 2000s, that is when apna Naukri.com, no, our homegrown job portal. It came into being, and we all started using it with great gusto. Can somebody tell me here, does anybody use here AI for recruitment? Is there anyone here? Hai koi? Is any of you using it? Nobody? Okay. So how is it different? See, when you use Naukri, what is it that you do? You put in your keywords, right? You first post some jobs. Yeah. Say you have need for 4 people. You post in your jobs. You put in your keywords, and that is how you find people, right? And again, probably for for one job posting, you might just get because of a population, yeah, and the kind of unemployment, you could probably get thousands of answers or thousands of responses. Again, keywords, and then you can reduce it to probably hundreds. And then, okay, you probably do interview scheduling. What else do? You have that screening interview. And then after so many iterations, that is when you actually find that one person. Hard work, not easy. And imagine then if you're a software company, a large software company or a large BFSI company, you're so popular that for each post that, each job that you offer, you get lakhs and lakhs of resumes. How do you manage it? Hard work again. That was what recruitment was doing before. So there are recruitment teams which are recruitment is obviously also outsourced. So then you have that outsourced team, you have that your in-house team, everybody working very hard to fill in the new jobs. So how is it that AI is changing things here? So AI is not just doing that keyword fit, yeah, or the skill fit. It is also doing context fitting. It is also doing role fit. It is also doing culture fit. There are programs which also do, they are basically, they are able to find a person given the total context. And in fact, there are apps now which do recruitment end to end, not just finding the people. So isn't that amazing? Yeah. So here, I'll just show you what all things they're doing. So you have job application bots. What is it that they do? See, for any, even if one job is posted, there are thousands of questions which could be in the mind of the candidate. How easy is it that you go to the company website and there's a job application bot which answers all your questions? Yeah. There are interviews getting scheduled. So there is this very, popular app called HireVue, which does this. Now, HireVue is a international app. In India also, we have various apps, but as of now, I'll just show you how HireVue, looks like and what is it that it does. So imagine these thousands of people that you have shortlisted, they need to be screened. How is it that the screening is going to happen? So here the screening happens via, there's an interview process. The app does the screening interviews. You will be asked 3 questions. You will be sitting there in front, front facing the camera with a microphone. And then 3 video questions will be asked. Most likely it'll give you around 30 minutes to complete. And then you will also be given 1 mock attempt. You'll be given one attempt to record your audio response, check it out. There can be practice questions. In fact, there are YouTube videos on how to crack HireVue interviews. Because, see, it is so difficult. It is not easy to sit in front of your laptop and answer questions and talk to one blank screen as if you're talking to a human being. That interface is not there. And that takes some practice. There are apps which have these kind of mock interviews built in. So HireVue will give you 1 practice question, But then I think there's Incruit, there's Zepcruit, which will give you mock interviews. You can actually do your mock interview. You can practice before you actually go into that screening interview. And then see, this is how it will look like. Yeah. A question, simple question like, explain why your background and experience would be a good fit for this job. And here it is. You answer it. In fact, there are apps which go beyond screening interviews. So now these apps, what is it that they do? They actually have questions which are in the complexity increases as the job position increases. So if you have somebody for, say, mid-management level, the questions would be definitely be at a much higher level. If it is for entry level, the questions would be accordingly. And how is it that it knows? For example, say you are having say for a Java developer, you're doing an interview. That is that app is doing the interview. How is it that we know that that you're not cheating, that the candidate is not cheating? So these kind of apps, they even have red flags that if you're opening another tab, it tells you, okay, one tab was opened. It is a new voice, some voice which is not yours, not the candidate's voice. This is a red flag. If you're, say, using ChatGPT, GitHub while doing that interview, there's a red flag. Basically, if you're using AI to answer this AI interview, there is a red flag. Okay. So there are these red flags wherein you will get caught if you are cheating on it. So cheating is not that easy. Okay. Also, I talked about this culture fit and also the behavioral fit. And also, basically the role fit. So there are, as I said, I talked about Zepcruit. It has this amazing feature about disk. So there's inbuilt disk. So you know that, after the interviews, the interview questions are also based on that. And this is how you are going to find your right person. Okay. So you have, in fact, I have my email box flooded with these AI apps, which make my life easier, it seems. They're supposed to make my life easier. Yes, they have the ability and the power to make your life easier. So then beyond this, as I said, there are independent apps which can do candidate matching, which can do interview scheduling, which can do even, use it for your D&I, diversity and inclusion. You can actually reduce the unconscious bias. Yeah, it will help you identify. So these things can also be done. Or, as I said, there are a couple of apps which will do everything at a stretch. Of course, the money is an important factor here. And also depends on the organization. Some organizations have their own in-house apps who are able to do these things. So the budget, of course, is very important. And some of the common apps here are, there's HireVue, there's Pymetrics. These are the international apps. You have Zoho Recruit, you have Zepcruit, you have Incruit. Yeah. So these are the kind of apps which are there, which as of now are getting used for recruitment. Now you can tell me that, we don't have money for all these things. How is it that I'm going to use it on my own? So yes, you can use it on your own. You can use ChatGPT to create your job descriptions. Yeah. You can, automate. But here again, this automation is going to take time, this interview scheduling, etc. Yeah. So to some extent, definitely it is still app driven, and it is still, you will have to spend some money. This D&I also, you can help use ChatGPT or Grok or, Gemini to reduce that unconscious bias. So some stuff definitely yes, but some stuff you could probably find some free apps, but free की खिचड़ी नहीं मिलती कहीं भी, वो अच्छी नहीं होती by and large. तो आपको थोड़ा बहुत paid apps लेना पड़ेगा, but paid apps are also not very expensive. You can try it out. So this is how recruitment is getting affected. Beyond this, let us just take a look at employee engagement. How is it that employees are going to get engaged? See, if you ask in any event, or if you go and do, if there are so many surveys where people are saying, HR people are saying that employee engagement is their number one concern or number one priority item. It is very difficult to keep people. It's not easy at all. So you spend huge amount of time, effort in getting that person who is that skill fit, ये fit, वो fit, सब fit करके हम लेके आ गए. लेकिन भाई 6 महीने में चले गए. Look at the loss to the organization, the training loss, everything. बहुत loss हो जाता है. So what is it? How is it that you can use AI for this? Yeah. So here, see, again, you have for employee engagement, there are surveys, there are pulse surveys, there are surveys which can be generated. I'll just show you how it can be done. You can use for internal communication. See, lot of problems can happen because of this, because internal communication is not clear. So you can draft this very good, fabulous motivational messages using ChatGPT, Grok, or Gemini, Perplexity. Yeah, you have employee surveys. Again, surveys can be generated as per your need. You can have chatbots. See, and we'll look into just chatbots little more. Yeah, because most of the time, as you know, as you all know, because you people firefight all the time. So many phone calls keep on coming. ये कैसे करना है, वो कैसे करना है, ये बताओ, वो बताओ. Yeah. So how good is it if you can train your chatbot? Then there's personalized learning. So you can actually have tailored training. So here I would like to show you how is it that we can do. Let me just stop this share and share my. See, because we are short on time, I have already typed in. How is it that you are going to see? Can you see the screen? Can everyone see the screen? It says employee satisfaction survey. I'm showing you my chat GPT. Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Yeah, you can. Yeah. So here I have asked by my chat GPT to create a employee satisfaction survey. Yeah. Based on Likert scale. So from 1 to 5. So just take a look what it has done. The work environment and culture on the scale of 1 to 5. Leadership and communication. This, of course, you can give any kind of prompt that you want. This is just something very simplistic that I have made. You have engagement and alignment. Yeah. Many organizations have pulse surveys. So every month you can have a employee engagement survey. Very short, very rapid fire, very short surveys. Just 2 questions, just 1 question with maybe MCQ based answers. Just make a Google form, shoot it. And then what to do with the answers. तो ठीक है, हमने बहुत सारे सर्वे कर लिए. Then we also need to see how is it that we can use it. Just give me a second. I'll just share that screen with you. Give me a second. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So see, you have this engagement survey reports, and then you can do data analysis. When we go to data analysis, I'll just show you. Now see, I also talked about, for employee engagement, L&D also plays a very important role. You have to keep on learning new things, but then people don't have time. People are very short on time, especially if they are at higher management roles. Yeah. Say suppose if you have CXO level peoples or even team leaders who are very hard pressed for time. So there's something called as now micro modules which are available. So learning is now, a 3-minute capsule, 2-minute capsule. On the go, you can just quickly learn something very new. And how is it that you can aid and help your organization without breaking the bank? Okay. So I'm using all free tools. Now, same tools are not very expensive if the organization buys, yeah. Hardly 1,500 to 2,000 per month. So here, if you can, look at this, I have given a small prompt here. Yeah. What I have told the chat GPT is that I have asked it to make a small micro module for my organization on data analytics. Yeah. I want to actually tell people how is it that people analytics is important and data is important, and make sure that, data needs to be handled properly, and also data needs to be uh, taken care properly, in the sense that be data driven. Just make sure that everything needs to be there in your Excel. Do not let that data escape. So what I have done is I've given it a prompt, and it has created a complete visual and content with voiceover. It has a hook. It also has all the content, the key metrics. It also shows activity, a quick scenario that, okay, this is how it is. It is showing attrition rate, engagement score, all based on the data that you have fed. Yeah. And it also does a recap. Now this thing, I am going to feed it into InVideo. Okay. Can you see the screen of InVideo?
Yeah.
So this is just one of the free tools which are available. Beyond InVideo, you can also have Synthesia. Yeah, that also gives you certain credits for doing free things. Beyond that, it gets paid. And then see, look here. You give me a topic, your point of view, and instructions in any language. Now I have created all these slides using ChatGPT. I'm just going to input here. Obviously, I'm not going to show it here because it takes 3 to 4 minutes, and we don't have that kind of time. So I have already given the input, and the video has been generated. So you can create a short video. You can make an explainer video. It can generate its own script and give it to you if need be. Yeah. But then I have already used it because see, your organization's need, it may not understand. It may not be as easy to give it the correct prompt, especially if it's a free tool. It is so much better if you use any of these LLMs that you're using, create your own script and then input it. Yeah. So you input this thing, and then I'll just show you the video. Can you see the full screen now?
Yes.
So we created 8 survey questions. This was the prompt for creating that micro module video. Yeah. I have actually given it, and in fact, I have asked AI to make it, because see, look at the details. Create a short micro-learning script for HR professionals on the topic decoding people analytics basics. The video should be under 3 minutes and structured as follows. There should be an introduction. The key metrics should be explained. How HR, what is HR interested in? Attrition, engagement, productivity. There should be a simple, quick scenario and an actionable takeaway and a recap. How's the tone? Conversational, simple, and engaging. Okay. Let's take a look at the video.
Pallavi, the video is mute.
Okay, is it mute? One moment. So while sharing, I have not, I'll just show it again. Yeah.
You have to put the audio on.
Yeah, now you will be, now you'll be able
How many employees are leaving? The same question. How do we keep our people engaged, productive, and happy? The answer lies in people analytics, turning workforce data into insights you can act on. 3 metrics form the backbone of people analytics: attrition, engagement, and productivity. Attrition tells you how many employees are leaving and why. Engagement shows how motivated and committed your people feel. Productivity reflects how effectively teams are achieving goals. Imagine you're reviewing your HR dashboard. Attrition has jumped by 12%, engagement scores have dropped by 15%, and productivity is slowing. What does this mean? It signals a possible burnout or leadership gap. With these insights, HR can act early, launching pulse surveys, coaching programs, or retention initiatives before it's too late. Start small. Track just one metric weekly, like engagement. Discuss it with managers in team reviews. Even this simple step builds a culture of data-driven HR decision-making. People analytics isn't about numbers alone. It's about understanding your workforce story. By decoding these insights, HR can move from reactive firefighting to proactive leadership. Remember, data empowers decisions, and decisions shape the future of work.
So that was the video. You must have seen it has a lot of stock pictures, very simply because it's a free app, yeah, and a free video. So that is how it is. But with the paid app, if you upgrade it, you will get way better solutions, way better videos. So okay, so we have looked at how AI can shape recruitment. It can. We have also seen how is it that employee engagement can be improved. Now let us just take a look at HR assistants. So as I mentioned, a whole lot of your time just goes in answering a lot of questions related to maybe PF, EPF, right? What are the usual questions that get asked, if I may ask?
All of the ones that you've mentioned.
PF, okay. So benefits, policies, procedures.
Policy related.
Policy
Mostly it's a policy related.
Policy related. And then you are in the midst of, आप मुझे बताओ आप strategy कब बनाओगे? How is it that you're going to spend time on strategy with these kind of, buzz going on? Continuous phones आते जा रहे हैं ये सब चीजों के लिए.
Correct.
It is annoying, right? All said and done. और छुट्टी कब है? छुट्टी का भी तो बहुत होता है ना question. Sandwich leave, ये leave, वो leave, long leave, short leave. Leave related भी बहुत होता है. So leave request. So what if you had a chatbot who's going to help you with all these things? Yeah. So a chatbot which will take care of the employee queries. It will take care of the new people who have come in. Yeah. They will get helped by this chatbot. Yeah. You have leave management, as I said. Performance reviews have how employees will self-assess themselves. And then imagine the lack of headache that you have later on after performance appraisals. क्या होता है performance appraisals के बाद? Performance appraisal के आगे भी stress होता है, performance appraisal के बाद में भी stress होता है HR के लोगों को.
Yep.
है ना? So that also gets reduced to quite some extent if you're using a chatbot. So like see, for example, there's this famous, quite popular chatbot, Lina AI. And then look at the kind of questions which can get asked. How much tax I have to pay each month? What are the reimbursement policies? Employee ka directory. In fact, Nestle, I offer there's a case study later on Nestle, but Nestle has its own virtual assistant called Niva. And what are the kind of questions? What was the most popular question which was asked? सोच सकते हैं आप? It was about lunch menu. So lunch menu पे इतना questions आता था कि then they decided that okay, we need to do something about it, and they started uploading their lunch menu. So every day, if I see all said and done, हम काम किसके लिए करते हैं? खाना के लिए करते हैं ना? So very important point, and people are very happy that okay, this is for lunch today. Happy, happy. Yeah. And this is how the chatbot can help you with the leaves. So yeah, I want to take some leave off, and then you just put in your details like okay, these 10 days I want leave, and then that's it, and go ahead. No more paperwork, sending emails, etc. This is all integrated in the system. Okay. So would you like such a chatbot to be there in your organization? There will be an effort, of course. 100% effort रहेगा इसमें. It needs to be trained. So बिना मेहनत के कुछ नहीं पकती, खिचड़ी नहीं पकती. खिचड़ी पकाने के लिए मेहनत करनी ही पड़ेगी. लेकिन the results would be amazing. So much of time saved. Then we also discussed about HR analytics, right? People analytics, data analysis for HR. Last 10, 12 years, there's a lot of demand for people who know advanced Excel, people who know Power BI. And now then there are, ChatGPT itself will help you a lot with HR analytics. It has now really advanced functions. Earlier they were for paid. You usually had to pay for it, but now by and large, you can get a lot of stuff done without even paying. You can just upload your stuff. You can, what all things can be done. So as you know, there is different kind of analysis which happens. So there is this descriptive analysis, then there is prescriptive analysis, there is diagnostic analysis. So essentially, there are tools, or there are, you will get to know what is it that is going wrong. For example, say in your organization, maybe last year, the attrition rate has increased, say by 4%. How would you know that it has increased by 4%? How is it that, of course, if you have that data you can just put it in Excel or put it in Power BI, or now for, AI, ChatGPT tool, just give it the data and it will tell you that, okay, your attrition rate has increased by 4%. So now what is it that we are going to do about it? Some diagnosis needs to be done, right? Why is it that has happened? It can tell you that also. Based on, again here, as I said, there has to be culture in the organization. The data culture needs to get inculcated in the organization. Absolutely everything needs to get jotted down. It has to be there in the system. That is when data analytic works best. Otherwise, no data, nothing to oil the function. See, you say you make strategies. Strategies based on what? Strategies are always based on data. Proof. The proof has to be there, right? And then you have prescriptive analysis. What is prescriptive analysis? Prescriptive analysis is, that is something, that most organizations have not reached. It is the difficult part of the AI, wherein it does all the diagnosis, it does all the, all the research, and then it tells you how is it they're going to stop it. That is the strategy part. How will you stop your attrition? How will you reduce your attrition? What will you do? That would be the prescriptive part of it. Yeah. So essentially, you can use that HR analytics for predicting your attrition rates, for planning your workforce, for doing compensation analysis. For example, fair and competitive compensation packages. This Nestle itself, when they did that compensation analysis, they realized that there was a wage gap between men and women. And then they worked at, plugging that gap. Then there's talent development. So obviously you all know how difficult it is to do succession planning, how difficult it is to, get people internally and groom them, find that leadership potential wala people, give them those targeted development programs. As I said, there are these micro modules which are available, not just, of course, training and development. There are programs, you can have one-day sessions, you can have half-day sessions, you can have in-person sessions. But at the same time, you can also have, AI-driven sessions, small micro modules, which are very easy for people to understand. Just as we saw that video. Like for example, if you see this, you have this. Say if you put in your data. Say suppose you have put in your HR, your Excel file, and I want to find trends in this whatever the data. Yeah. I want to clean my data set. I want to analyze trends. See here, I don't have much to show you because I do not have that kind of data. It is very difficult to get ready-made data sets online. In fact, there was a video here, but I don't know. I don't think we have time, or maybe we can just spend a couple of minutes.
Seen, and it's about data analysis.
Can you hear this? Yes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Volume is very low.
Volume is low. No, it'll come up. Don't worry. Yeah.
Seen, and it's about data analysis. This right now, something that would take me 2 hours, I did in 4 minutes. Basically what they're letting you do now is they let you connect directly to Google Drive and pull in Google Drive documents like Google Sheets and interact with your data. Same with Microsoft OneDrive if you store your files there. Basically all I did was I gave it a document from my drive. Then I used a prompt, and I'll share a bunch of prompts with you when it comes to data analysis here inside of ChatGPT. You need to use ChatGPT 4.0, the new version here, that is going to let you do this. I asked for a PowerPoint presentation. I opened up the PowerPoint here, the link that it gave me, just downloaded this. I just used the AI designer here to make some alterations just to make things look nice, but it created all these different graphs for me and all this analysis here for me. And this maybe took me 3 to 4 minutes, right? The data analysis, creating these charts, all that was done with ChatGPT, and it gave me this PowerPoint. Let me show you how it works. In their blog post, they basically said they made massive improvements.
So did you understand that what he did was he used the data straight from his Google Drive? You don't even need to search and upload it. No need. It can be connected directly to the Google Drive, and you can have this amazing, wonderful, beautiful, dashboards, beautiful pictures. You can show it straight to your management. No need to put in that extra hard work. All these things can be done using just simple ChatGPT. And now you don't even need to do it by using your the paid version. Even without in unpaid version, you can do this. And if you get the paid version, of course, it goes even more better. It gets even more better directly onto your PowerPoint slides. What more do you want? Sara kaam hi bach gaya apna. Then, as I said, if you use AI, of course, you now have time for strategies. The main job of the HR is HR strategies. How is it that you're going to power your HR strategies with AI? So of course you can have your recruitment strategies. You can check out all database. Everything is based on data. Data चाहिए भाई. Data होगा तो ही आगे गाड़ी बढ़ेगी. So AI will assess historical recruitment data to optimize the hiring process. You can automate it. Again, you can do compensation planning. You can do performance management. You can do diversity and inclusion also. You can use it. Yeah, it can plug the gaps. And then last but not the least is diversity and inclusion. Let's just see how is it. See, I think we're going to overshoot our time by around 5 minutes. Is that okay with you all? Chalega?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So how is it that we're going to use it in DNI? So here, see, I have given a description for the sales manager's job. So sales manager's job, JD, I asked my Perplexity to make. And what is it that it gave? This is what I needed. Of course, I had to put in some more info. And this is what the requirement is. See, DNI doesn't just mean, hiring women or hiring disabled people, or, it goes a little beyond that. It could also be as simple as, making it very localizing your hiring. It could be as simple as that. So then I just asked it to convert it or translate it into Marathi. And look at it. Even I don't know such good Marathi. Vikri Vyavasthapanaमध्ये 5+ वर्षाचा अनुभव. It was all correct, let me tell you. There was not one mistake that it made. And how easy is this? And how much time and money does it save? Yeah. वेळोवेळी प्रवास करण्याची तयारी, उत्कृष्ट संवाद कौशल्य आणि संघटन कौशल्य, कामाच्या तासामध्ये लवचिकता, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. Easy peasy. And then now just if you look at this particular JD, what if you read it, yeah? So ability to travel up to 20% of the time, strong leadership skills, adaptable to different styles, availability to work flexible hours, ये सब है. तो फिर अभी इसको how is it that we see we need to know. 1 minute. Okay. We can actually change the JD, and we can make sure that along, if when we change the JD, when we ask ChatGPT to say that, remove the bias in it, I want it to be without gender bias. It needs to be, gender friendly, so that more women can probably apply for the job. See, how is it that there's a difference between how a man looks at the JD and the woman looks at the JD? What is the difference? Key difference is that when a man looks at the JD, he'll say, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 10. Okay. 3 points, tick boxes. Yeah, for wonderful, I'm a great fit for this. And he'll apply. See, confidence. Huh? How is it that a woman looks at the JD? She goes through it and she's like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm missing it by 3 points. I don't think I'm a fit for this role. I will not apply for this. So the AI, when you remove the bias from the unconscious bias from the AI, it will be able to help you craft job descriptions, which will make that, that gender gap reduce in your organization. Okay. Also, there are tools for anonymizing candidate information. Like, for example, if we just, if we just do this very small activity here. Say, for example, you have a candidate profile. Yeah. Say Pallavi. Pallavi has applied to your organization. But as per diversity and inclusion, a lot of things need to be, removed. I need my job profile, my job description, or my profile needs to be anonymized. The AI should not know that I'm this person who's Pallavi. So what all things do you think you need to remove from the details, the data? आपको क्या लगता है क्या निकालना चाहिए मेरे resume में से to make me anonymous to AI? What all things need to be removed?
I think institute name can be removed because sometimes we have some our own choices. The candidate should be from IIM or CPATE or this kind of institute, no? So
Yeah.
that biasness can be removed.
So institution name can be removed. It is called as affinity bias. Good, very good. What else can be removed?
And then the addresses, maybe states, because we are always, having some choices kind of things.
Yeah, so that can also be removed. What else can be removed? Very good. Yeah. You can directly interact, or of course, if you want, you can answer in the chat box. No issues. Tripti.
We can remove the years as well, like year of experience, like the gap can be considered for the biasness. So if the job criteria is that, we can remove the years of the serving the particular company.
Maybe gaps can be removed, but the number of years are important, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A gap can be removed, definitely. Yeah, that can be done. Yeah. What else? Very good. Good insight. What else?
On the personal details, the name and the number of the candidate.
Yeah, the name can be removed, definitely. Number can be removed. What else can be
Gender.
removed? Gender can be removed. Yes, gender can be removed. Well done. Yeah. What else? What else can be removed?
Marital status.
Marital status, super important. It can be removed.
Location.
Location also, but then again, see, it depends. If you are remote or hybrid, then remote, then yeah, location no. But otherwise, location may be important, right?
Only the area in which you have worked, but you can remove in which companies you have worked.
Maybe. So imagine doing this. Say, suppose you have 2,000 resumes coming in. Is it physically possible to do this?
No.
No. Yeah. Even if you have 100 resumes, is it physically possible to remove all these things? What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to take the paper and then tape it over or what? Very difficult, right? Not easy. So before in the paper world, it was very impossible to follow these things. But luckily, with the advent of AI, yeah, these kind of biases can easily be removed. Okay, and so you can anonymize the candidate information. So now, to recap it, we have basically seen how is it that it helps in HR strategy, how it helps in HR analytics, how is it that it is saving time by using AI chatbots, how is it that it is getting used in recruitment. Yeah, very quickly, let us just see how Nestle is using it. Can you see full screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So Nestle basically has 275,000 employees throughout the world, 170 countries. How is it that they have used generative AI? So number one is many years back, they have their own chat GPT, which is called as Nest GPT, which is deployed worldwide. So they have trained their Nest GPT on all the company's policies and everything. It took them quite some time, but they were able to do it. Then they use it for recruitment automation. So they have different chatbots. So one chatbot is called Olivia, who is a conversational assistant. Right? So whenever there are she's basically used for job placements. So if the candidate has any kind of questions, they ask Olivia. And then, as I said, there is Niva. So Niva, again, she is this a chatbot which routine HR questions. Then they use it very extensively for people analytics. So it monitors diversity, leadership, mobility. Yeah. And then all these gaps are addressed with action plans. Only when you have data, only when you are figuring it all out, that is when you will be taking some action. Like, for example, I told you that they found out that there was a considerable wage gap between men and women, and they plugged it. Yeah. And then in fact, it even helped them to adopt SAP SuccessFactors very successfully in much faster time. Usually these things take time, effort, and of course, a lot of money has already been poured in. So they have their AI-based module, micro modules, separate different micro modules called WalkMe. So it aids the adoption of these SAP SuccessFactors for managers and HR. So you don't have to keep on calling IT. अरे ये गड़बड़ हो गया, वो गड़बड़ हो गया, इसको कैसे करेंगे, इसमें ये कैसे करेंगे. You all know how painful it is, right? Whenever you have this new software which gets implemented. And then these are some of the key tools which are getting used. So Textio is something that we help, we do help a number of organizations in, because it is a part of our DNI portfolio. So it is basically used for reducing the bias. Then you have Chroma from TCS, which is again cloud-based end-to-end. There's Incrude, there's Gap Jumpers. Yeah, there's also Pinpoint. Again, all these things are for using for various reasons. And then how is it that in India, how is it that India is doing, how is it that where is it that we stand? So let me tell you, we are, number one in adapting to AI. Yeah, so we are doing a lot of AI adoption. Yeah, rest of the world is at 26%. We are at 30%. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. And government itself is helping this a lot. See, few years back, there was a lot of reticence because of those deep fake AI and a lot of other stuff. But government has completely reduced that reticence. And there are the Startup India initiatives, Make in India initiatives. And AI is now getting, a lot of excellent tailwinds from the government itself. And around 31% of Indian companies are currently implementing AI in their human resource functions. Now, isn't that good news? है ना? तो ये हो रहा है. Advantage तो obviously bias is reduced. It is going to personalize everything. Your workload is going to get reduced. Hiring is going to get improved. Everything is going to be data driven, better insights. Then disadvantage. Now, these are all the usual stuff. Now here, what I would like to tell you all is that how is it that you're going to use these free tools? See, that many tools are free, and many a times what happens in the organizations is that employees get carried away. See, let me tell you, most of your organizations there is something called as data privacy policy. Please go through it. Yeah. Tomorrow you should not be in dock for putting up your data, your company's data onto these free tools. For example, ChatGPT. It is free. Why do you think it is free? आपको क्या लगता है वो फ्री क्यों है? कोई बताएगा मुझे वो फ्री क्यों है?
To collect the data for their use.
हाँ, तो they are learning from us, right? हमें use है, लेकिन उनको भी तो use है. So imagine your organization's precious data up there. So you have to go through your data privacy policy. It is even better, if you have a discussion regarding this with your top management about how is it that, because the AI needs to be used. How is it that we are going to use it? Depends on it. So again, the job of HR to go and talk to the top management, tell them about the ethical part of AI. Yeah. How is it that your organization's values or data doesn't get compromised? Along with IT, you can discuss with your, the top CXOs and make sure that your data is safeguarded. Okay. So ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा important है. So we are at the end of our session. And let me just, tell you again that we are going to have next Sunday, there's going to be a session by Deepika Yadav, ex-KPMG. It is going to be on AI for everyday sale. Vartika, please, share the link in the chat bot again. It is there at the top, but again, please do share it. And also, we have a WhatsApp group. Again, the link is shared. And you have AI toolkit where there are, I think it's going to be of great use to you. And just go through that toolkit, download it. The link is given. Yeah. And again, I would like to thank you all for being there. Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for participating.